Right. You took my music away. Your music was actually good.
Sorry. I ain't want to be playing me and Miles with a baseball video. Folks like, damn.
Hey, everybody. Hey, Adrian and Adrian. Hey, Renee. Hey, y'all. Hey. Welcome to the sorority edition. I'm excited to talk. Hey, Renee. I'm looking for the ladies to join. How y'all doing? How's everybody feeling? Hey, Adrian. Adrian Granger Smith. I'm going to call you too to check on you. Love you, boo. Adrian Price. I need to see those braids, sis. I bet you're cute. I hope so. I hope it's going to be good. Adrian Price, I got to call you and AC, I got to call you and tell you a funny story about preparing for this live tonight. I didn't see where you called me back, girl. Hi, Katrina Degado Francis. I hope I'm saying that correctly. Hopefully the ladies will be on in a minute. Let me text them. Thank y'all for jumping on. I'm getting ready to check Adrian because I didn't see it, sis. I didn't see where you call me back. Let me see. I'm checking. Ooh, you did call me back twice. I shall. Okay, I see. Hey, Trill, send me a request. Adrian, I shall call you back. I do see. Hey, Stacy, you all have to send me a request. And then I will let you in on the live. Y'all, do I look a mess? I see you did, Adrian. You did. You blew me up twice. I'm sorry. I was trying to cook dinner for my guys before hopping on. Because after this, I plan to just relax. Okay? Hopefully this will work.
Hey.
Hey, Stacy. Now let me try to add, let me add Trail. You look beautiful, sis.
You do too, Jan. You do. I did the red lip because all of y'all
Listen.
had red lips.
Yes. Hey, Trail. Everybody has a red lip. We better represent for DSC on this night. You can never go wrong with a red lip, right? It's like, it's really become my, a bit of my signature because you can't tell me anything once I put my red lips on, honey. Even when this hair is a mess, but that red lip is popping.
My hair is not a mess.
I feel like it is. Hey, y'all. Hey, ladies.
Hey.
Thank y'all so much for hopping on and joining my IG live. So for the whole month of January, I've been like lending my platform to sorors, right? One, because I just love DST, but two, I feel like especially when I think about our chapter, Kappa Delta chapter, we are some bad women. Like,
Absolutely.
we are doing big things, right? I remember us back at West Georgia, and then when I look at where we are now, I'm like, I got some bad sisters. So I want to reach out to all of my sisters in my undergrad chapter, especially my neos, and just share my platform with them.
Yes, and we are honored to be here, Jan. So thank you so much for thinking of us.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And you deserve to be here because we're going to start off talking about your brand, Sincerely Brown, which is so dope, right? I'm going to give you all a chance to share first about Sincerely Brown. And then after that, we're going to go into this illustrious sorority that we belong to. Y'all see it. I say that every time. Y'all see it. We're going to talk about Delta and sisterhood a little bit. And then I might take you through a fast round of questions that should be fun. So are y'all ready?
Yeah, we're ready.
Okay, let's do it. So I want to start off first talking about Sincerely Brown. So talk to me about how you all came together to do that.
Okay. I talked about it for years and years about let's just doing something. Their passion for fashion. But we also wanted to do something that was meaningful. So we talked about it. And then during COVID, I was like, Trell, I really think this is the time. But we're both kind of shy. Honestly, it was our line sisters. They were like, jump, just
yes.
Do. And kind of sparked that fire. Of course, we talked to our spouses, and they kind of were saying, we're just hearing the same thing over and over again, and just do it, just go for it. And that's exactly what we did.
And it's so dope. I mean, I remember seeing when you all launched it, and I saw the t-shirts that you all had. And what I love most is the messaging that's on the t-shirts. So like, who is it geared towards, and why is it important to you all that the messages are what they are? Because y'all have some dope messages on your tees.
Thank you, Jen. Trell, you want me to?
You can finish up, and then I'll finish up at the end.
The message is for brown girls, Jen. Just brown girls who are out here doing their thing.
That's right.
And everything we create, we definitely have our girls in mind. You know, I have one in college, one that's a senior, Data's in middle school, and we just want to inspire girls.
That's right.
And adult women who are trying to hold it down. You know what it's like being married, having kids, and still trying to stay fly, still trying to keep yourself, or still believing in yourself and still being just that fly chick. And it's so hard when you're juggling all those things. So we were like, we're going to make this easier for them. And we're going to send things with dope messages. Like that's kind of who we are.
Well, and that's awesome that you all use them as the catalyst, right? For this whole piece. Let me tell you why it resonates with me. And it's a deeper meaning for me, but y'all already know that I'm just like that. But when I saw it, what resonated with me the most is my brown skin, right? And you all probably have had some experiences with colorism, just like I have, because of the color of my skin, which is beautiful brown, by the way. Okay, but it took me a long time to get to that, believe it or not. Like as a child, I didn't really appreciate my brown skin, right? I thought, you know, the standard of beauty, of course, was, you know, light skin, long hair, and all of that. But Sincerely Brown, to me, it celebrates all of the shades of melanin, right? And when I look at your brand, I can see myself in it. You know, I can see, or I feel like my brown skin is also being celebrated in your messaging, right? So that is what is so completely dope for me. Did you want to add anything, Trell? What about the messaging for you? What was important about the messaging for you?
For me, well, for us, we first make it just relatable to everyone. Period. But it's brown girls. But we contemplate on the brand for me. And for some reason, the brown, you came back to the brown. And once we finally, like, okay, this is it. Like, this, everyone can get to this. Brown girls, our kids, the older girls. So it was just like, this is it. We got it. And we just did it.
And you just did it.
And we didn't look back.
And I'm glad y'all didn't look back. Now, here's the challenging part of it. And this is where you all can teach me about my brand, because like I stated before, of course, me as a Black woman, it's going to stick with me, right? I am your target audience. And then even other brown girls, right? You know, be it Black, I'm sorry, Asian, Hispanic, and of course Black. It's going to resonate with us. Did you all ever have pause about leaving out a whole demographic of people, or were you like, no, we are targeting this group, we are doing it intentionally, and we are okay with that?
It's funny you said that, because when I pitched it to like my mom and dad, that's the first thing my dad said. He was like, they're not the only ones who have money, Stacey. And I was okay, you know, and I listened to him or whatever, but that's just the core of who we are, and I just couldn't veer from that, you know. Like you said, there wasn't much representation when we were younger, you know. So there weren't the brown dolls. You weren't celebrated for wearing your natural hair and things like that. So I just I wanted to have the opportunity to do that for what I didn't have. You know?
That's right.
So when he mentioned that, I was like, okay, yeah, you have a point, but nah, we're gonna stick to this path.
And that's inspiring for me, because I'm telling you, a lot of times, because I'm about to do some other things with Bella Grind.
Bella Grind.
Yes, honey, listen, God is so good. But in doing those things, I find that I'm always thinking about leaving people out. Like, is this going to offend this group of people? But then I'm so pro-Black, you know, all day that I struggle. I'm like,
that's exactly how we were. We were thinking about, okay, we're leaving out others, but we came back to Sincerely Brown. Like, this wasn't the first name that popped up. Like, we contemplated over several names, but we went back to Sincerely Brown. And
I don't think that we're leaving anybody out. We're just talking our audience, you know. Really see it like that. It's not a slight at anybody else.
That's right.
Choose to celebrate.
Right. And the thing is, because this is what I ended up landing on when I was struggling with, am I leaving people out? At the end of the day, with my brand, right, although my target audience is Black women, it just is unapologetically. But if you are a person who loves a Black woman, you don't even have to be a Black woman. But if you love a Black woman, my platform is for you too, regardless of, you know, what your skin color is and any other thing. If you love a Black woman, then you're going to understand what it is that I'm sharing on my platform and what I'm using my platform for. So kudos to you all for going back to, you know what, no, we're going to stay with Sincerely Brown. Especially if that's what you felt called to go with. So that is so what's up. So before we get into Delta, I want you to share how we can get your merch, because it's dope, y'all. If you are watching, they got dope stuff. And I need to get myself on here and get some orders in. But how can we get your merch?
So we're on sincerelybrown.com, and then the handle is sincerely_brown on Instagram and Facebook.
Okay.
We'll put it in the chat.
Okay, that'll be perfect. And then that way people can go straight to you and go ahead and cop some of this merch. So we're going to shift now, right, with these Sincerely Brown girls who are sitting here with me today, and we're getting ready to talk about our sisterhood, Delta.
Thank you, Renee. She already put it in the chat. I'm sorry.
You better come through, Renee.
Yeah, she be looking at us.
Listen, plays no games. You better be ready. I love that story.
And she's actually the one that gave us that push, that heart, like
Renee did.
Oh yeah, her and Shannon, they weren't playing.
Like, y'all waiting on, like, come on, you'll never. It'll never be time, and like, y'all better do this.
That's right.
Yeah.
And that's why they're the business owners that they are. Renee is coming up on the she's coming up on the live too here. And good, I'm glad Renee pushed y'all. Renee, just know that you are bomb.com. We didn't already talked about it last week in our meeting, but just know that you're bomb.com, and thank you for being obedient and pushing your sisters out there to do this, because we need this. We need your platform.
I see Mayday too.
Hey, Mayday.
She said, that's right. Love it. Absolutely. So we're getting ready to jump into our sisterhood. And the first question then is, did being a Delta, right? Because Delta is a part of who we are. Did that influence, other than your line sister? So Renee is your line sister. And so she pushed you all out there. But is there any part of who we are as Deltas that influenced you to want to, because it's more than just making t-shirts, right?
Absolutely.
It's the messaging, and it is a platform. You've created a platform. Did Delta influence that in any way?
Okay, absolutely. Like, Delta's are go-getters, you know, so we have to rise to the occasion, you know. They are constantly inspiring us to do things. So Deltas do their thing in their lane. So it definitely played a part in us doing it. You know, the Deltas are fly too. So
say it. Deltas are the flyest. Don't get it.
Absolutely.
Deltas are the flyest, right? We are flying everything that we do. And the others are watching. Keep watching. So you are right. And I ask that because it certainly influences what I'm doing right now. You know what I'm saying? We have so many layers to us as women, but that Delta piece for me is just so inspiring, right? And I find it in a lot of what I do. Let me ask you about sisterhood. How important is sisterhood to you?
Oh, sisterhood is everything to me. And I'm sure Trell can say the same thing. I tell her all the time, like, I love Cecilia Brown.
Yeah.
More, you know? Yeah. So that piece, I will forever work extremely hard to keep intact, you know, because let's be honest, you go in business with someone, it can be, you know, sticky and things can happen. So we just kind of keep that the main thing all the time. Like, I love this business. I love everything Cecilia Brown stands for. But girl, I love you more. I love Trell more, you know.
And we know when it's time to just step back. Like, okay, Cecilia Brown, it's a rest for today. Like, we're not doing Cecilia Brown, we doing friendship. Well, just stepping back, period. Like, just giving us time to revamp and just to absorb what we're doing and what we're trying to become. So because it can be overwhelming, like seriously. But we vibe like that. We can just feel when it's time to just step back, no Cecilia Brown today, and then we back at it. We jumping on it. Like, okay, it's time, sis. We not had enough time. Let's get back on our grind.
Yeah. So, I love that. I love that you all honor the sisterhood and the friendship first, because I don't know that you will fail if you continue to do that. You know, just continue, because that says a lot about your character, and then that's you all honoring each other as sisters and women first, and then business second. Like, the business has no choice but to thrive because y'all are doing that. So I actually like that model for business, and I need to consider that if I ever go into business with a friend, because that's very important.
It is.
So, fast round, y'all ready?
No.
Are you sure? And both of you, the way the fast round works is I'll say a phrase, or I might say a sentence, question, whatever. You have to say the first thing that comes to mind. Hey, Shannon just hopped on. You have to say the first thing that comes to mind, and then you have to tell me why. And both of you have to answer. Okay? Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, my first one. This is one I've been asking all month, and it goes with the holiday today, and we cannot get off without talking about service. What am I doing? Happy MLK Day, sisters. I forgot.
Happy MLK Day.
Okay. Happy MLK Day. And with that, both of you have to answer. Fight the power or keep the peace?
You know his point. So I try to suppress it. But it's fight the power all day over here.
Fight the power. Why fight the power for you?
If you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. And I just try to instill that in my kids. So if I'm telling them that, then I have to be that example and model for them.
That's right.
And I'm just with sometimes, you know.
When you have to be, right. Exactly. What about for you, Trell?
And I'm definitely a keep the peace. I'm peace. I can get down when I need to get down, but most of the time it's like I like harmony. Like, let's keep this under control, but don't mess. We get with the get, but overall, let's just keep the peace, middle it out, and let's do our thing in peace, in a peaceful way, in a respectful way.
That's right. That's right. Your line sisters are on here. They know you all too because
they do.
Stacey is Fight the Power and Trail is Keep the Peace.
And
Renee concurs. She said, "Yeah, Shannon." So you all answer apparently the right way according to your line sisters.
So they definitely know.
Yeah, they definitely do. Next one. Why Delta? Why did you choose Delta?
It's the only way. It's
yes, Trail.
There's no other way.
Confidence because there is no other way. That part. That part. What about for you, Stacey?
What Trail said for sure.
What she said. Okay.
Just the examples. My cousin, shout out to Katrina, she pledged at Hampton, and that solidified it for me. Okay. Also, when I got to West Georgia, like Deep Cover was the bomb, you know, so it just made sense. It just, I never had a desire to do anything else. So, like she said, there's absolutely no other way.
No other way. Y'all better say it. It's the confidence.
I want to get back on that. I come from a small town. Rennes, represent Rennes, JC.
Okay.
But there were not a lot of Deltas. There were not a lot of representation of sororities, fraternities where I come from. But I had a aunt that actually pledged Delta. And then I think I had a business ed teacher as well, too. And when I started, so they were also racial. But when I stepped on the campus of West Georgia, oh, baby, it was Deep Cover.
For sure.
Deep Cover for you. I love it.
Yeah.
Have you ever told them that?
I think we have. Okay. We have definitely given them their roses, but we give it to them all the time. So we give it to them today, too. But yes, they know how much we appreciate and respect that line.
Okay. Shout out. I think Mide is concurring with y'all, and she said thank you and that she loves y'all.
Love you too, Mide. This is Shout Bob and Robinzini. You know she had
nicknames. Your line names. Let's go to your line names. What are your line names first? What's your line name, Stacey?
I am Absolute.
Absolute. And what's your email?
Mine is Transformer.
Say it again.
Transformer.
Transformer. So you know the meaning behind your line names, right? We don't share that. But when you think about who you are today, right? Because you all pledged back 2000 and were y'all 2000? 2000. So we're 21 years later, right? Does your line name still represent who you are? Like mine is Inquisitive. I told Shannon at the last time. Mine is Inquisitive, right? Mine still stands true today. Hence this podcast, right? You like to ask questions. I do. I used to be embarrassed about it. Now I ask them unapologetically, and it's fun to me. Do your line name still stand true for you?
I think so. Absolute goes with the absolute value. So no matter what you do, it remains positive.
Yes.
And in most situations, I really do think that I try to remain positive or try to find the positive things within whatever the situation may be. So I think that was a pretty good match for me.
It was a good match for you. That's what's up. What about you, Transformer?
I think mine still matches up to today too. You know, you have to rise up to the occasion and transform and adjust whatever occasion it is. So I still it represents me. So yeah. I think
that's
so.
So what's up. That's so what's up. That's how, you know, when I asked that question of sorors, right? You can tell when a name was just given to you, right? Just for that time, because of that time. But when your line name really reflects your character, it's like, man, my big sisters really knew, you know, who I was. I know with Inquisitive, it is so me, like all day, every day. And I absolutely love it. So we have to talk about community service because it is MLK Day and because Delta Sigma Theta is a service organization, right? How important is service to you? And will you use this platform? Will you use Sincerely Brown to serve others other than the messaging, because the messaging is service, right? You all are sending out positivity with that. But will you use that platform in another way to serve as well? So Why is service important, and how will you use your platform to serve?
Service is extremely important to us. We've talked about it several times when we get, one of our main goals is to have a Cecilia Brown scholarship for
I love it.
Selling and doing well. So that is the goal. So yes, I mean, we wouldn't be Deltas without service. Like that is a huge component of what makes us a Delta. It's been hard to do a lot of service because of COVID right now. Not as an excuse, but it just definitely makes it a little more challenging. But service is extremely important. I know that when the girls were younger, I would try to make sure that I did the Girl Scout piece, and that's my form of doing service. And Trell and I both have desires to, and y'all may not believe this, but we were both going back to our to join a grad chapter, and then COVID hit. So that is definitely our to-do list.
Definitely.
Yeah. What about for you, Trell?
Well, service a component anyway. Like Stacey had said, we brought up when we first started, like, girl, we need to do a scholarship. Like, let's have in the back of the head eventually. We're gonna do it, but it's just not the right time now because we're just starting out. But definitely just giving back. That's what we're here for. Just what Cecilia Brown's for. That's what humans are here for, to help out others and to serve others. So that has always been a component on that we've wanted to do and share with others. So
definitely for sure. And I'm thinking about, because I'm listening to you all talk about how COVID might have, thwarted your efforts a little bit. But when I think about the young girls that have already reached out for my platform and they are looking for mentorship, then when I think about what your platform stands for, I certainly see where we can partner in some of this work.
Absolutely.
Because I will certainly send them your way. I can think of one in particular who wants to start a clothing line as well. And so I can certainly see, linking her with you all and then mentoring in that way. But with this virtual platform, I found that is one way to still stay connected to service, is just by getting in front of women, number one, and then young girls who need us during this time. Because believe it or not, we have to check on each other right now, because Black women, while we are resilient and we are doing the damn thing right now, we still need to hear from each other, and we need to check on each other, right? And then especially because we are typically the ones that are most ignored by others, right? So we all we got.
Right. Or we'll just put everything on our backs and people have no idea what all you care.
Exactly.
Say it. You better say it. Absolutely, 100%. And we do it. And then we do it without even thinking about it. Right. And so with those young girls that have reached out, and everybody that's been on my couch, I always say, all right, once you become a part of the Bella Grind crew, you're stuck, right, for life. And so I will certainly send some of those young girls your way so that you all can love on them and mentor them and, give them wisdom and advice and all of that.
And then it doesn't like we haven't done them formally, but informally, absolutely. Or my niece is a little young, thriving entrepreneur. She calls me all the time, like, Auntie, how did you do this? What do I need here? So yes, send her our way or send them our way.
I sure will. I surely will, because that's the way to stay connected. These comments are blowing up. Your cousin said, awesome interview. She's proud of you.
Oh, I love you. This is the cousin that was the Delta. That's the Delta from Hampton.
Okay.
Serving in California now. But that is who inspired me for sure.
So I'm glad you got to give her flowers tonight.
Yes. Love you, Trina.
That's so awesome. And then, yes, Shannon, it's the collaboration, right? We all we got, right? And we are the village. So we have to make sure we're working together, to help out other Black women and Black girls. Facts all day, Janae. And that's Renee. Facts all day, an entire summer. Y'all are bomb, they said. They said she's so proud of y'all. Hey, Tanisha, Team Favor. Tanisha, these two as well. Team Favor, hashtag Team Favor. Tanisha Clancy gave me a hashtag at a ministry all together in a DM today. She was like, sis, The favor is the favor for me. And she gave me a hashtag, Team Favor. And I give that hashtag to you all as well. And I pray nothing but God's favor. Yes. Pray nothing but God's favor over your business. Like I tell everybody, keep shining. All of you that have joined me on this platform, just know that I'm very proud of you. You make me proud to be a Black woman. That's why I asked you to come on. I think y'all are bomb.com.
And you are too, man.
Thank you. Because you do a beautiful job. Because what you're doing is not easy.
It's not. It's not easy.
Because we were like, how Jen do this all the time? Oh my God.
It's not easy.
So effortlessly.
It's not easy, but it's God. And I have to say, it's more God than me sometimes. If some of my friends are still on, it is more God than it is me a lot of the times. And I'll say quickly, like, I just knew all of 2021, ladies, there was this tug. I had a nagging tug at that, where it was, I know that I am designed for something greater. Couldn't put my fingers on it though. Didn't know what it was. And if you've been following me for years, you know, I poured so much into my son's brand, right? And I really elevated him as a brand. But when it was time to turn the tables and figure that thing out for Jan, that was the hardest thing that I believe I have ever done. But it is also my proudest work right now. Next to having my son, it is the thing that I am most proud of. But most days it is God. Like I wake up and the ideas are flowing. It is nothing but God. Because look, probably 4 months ago, you couldn't have told me that I would be here.
Right.
You know?
Right. And you do, we absolutely understand. And that's kind of what Sincerely Brown stands for too. We pour into our kids so much, our spouses.
Sure.
But we pour into each other, into all brown girls who are on that same path as us.
That's right.
Yeah, this is amazing. And then you give me, look what you're doing for all of us.
Yes. That is
so
that's what I feel like I'm being called to do. Elevate the voices of Black women. Like I had that is what the calling is. You have to elevate the voices of Black women. So just so proud of you all. Your cousin said continue to shine. Sincerely Brown and Bella Grind. Thank you.
Yes.
Please follow if you can and subscribe to the podcast. You can find me on YouTube and all of the streaming channels. Farmer Owens, you ladies are awesome. She said y'all are a blessing.
Thank you.
That too. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, she makes it. Oh, thank you, Renee. It's not easy though. It is not easy. The good thing is I'm relying on a gift, which is I can ask questions all day long. Thank you, Mita. She said, amen. Great job, ladies. Great platform, Jan. She said that she's so proud. Yeah, it's the favor for me. Well, I love y'all. I am proud of you. I will support you. You always have a space and a place here on the Bella Grind platform. I will send some ladies your way so that y'all can start to spread the love. And just keep going, ladies. Just keep going. So proud of you all.
Thank you.
I'm proud of you. Thank you for the opportunity.
Absolutely.
We really appreciate it. Thanks for thinking of us.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Shout your social media out, both your personal and business, one more time before we hop off so that people know where to follow you and find you. Hi, Mark. Mark says, hello, beautiful.
Hey, Mark.
Beautiful interview, ladies. KD rocks all every day.
Exactly.
Are you going to shout out the sites?
Yes. So the website to purchase merch is sincerelybrown.com. And then on IG and Facebook is Sincerely Brown _Brown.
And Renee put it in the chat. You're looking out, y'all.
Yes. For them to get on. And then for your personal emails, not emails, what am I talking about? I'm so sorry. For your personal IG, she has on here.
Thank you, Renee.
Yes. Renee is on it, baby.
She always is on. She's always on.
Yes. So Trail is at the _modest1. And then Stacy is at Stacy T3, but she spells it STACET3. 3. Go and follow these ladies. Go cop their merch. Go and support them. I'm y'all admin tonight. Better believe it, Renee. We appreciate you. We appreciate you. Weezy, we out of here. Yes, Tanisha. All right, ladies, I'm not going to hold you all. I love you, proud of you. Thank you so much for joining me. That's a Capricorn for you. Good job, Renee. Yeah, Renee is on her thing tonight.
She is.
Like, for real, for real. Y'all gonna have to hook your line sister up for sure.
I know, we owe you, girl. Thank you.
Absolutely. Well, y'all have a good rest of the evening. Thank you so much again. And look, we'll be connecting soon.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye. You're welcome. Absolutely. Please go and follow Bella_grind_. Bella_grind_.